So hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this video just I will keep continue my Angular shopping cart. So guys, in the previous tutorial I had shown you that how you can delete all the item from your cart details page. So here I will show you the first previous what I have done. So first of all, here you can see the remove all item button. So if I click this remove all item button, so all the product will be removed from here. So first of all, I will show you that if I click, so you can see all the product is removed from here. And now in this tutorial I will show you how you can delete single product. That means guys, when I'm adding any product in our cart, so you can see all the product there are attached a delete icon. So if I click this delete icon, so only this product will be deleted from here, and if I click this delete icon, so only this product will be deleted from here. So in this video just I will do that. Okay, so let's move to my code editor. So here you can see I already opened cart component.ts file, and here is the cart component.html file. So for the click method, because when I will click this delete icon, so the product will be removed. So for that, just here in this button, this is actually button, I use font-awesome icon in this button. So in this button I will use click method. So here is the button. So here is the button. You can see this is the single delete button, and here is the font-awesome icon which I use. Okay, so here now I have to be use click method. So click, and the method name I will write single delete parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis I have to pass an ID of this product, I mean which product I will click, so that ID I need. Okay, so for that guys, when if you had previous tutorial, so you know guys, when I was doing the increase and decrease method, so then I use the product ID which I use unique. If you had my watch my previous tutorial, so then you will know that, otherwise you will get confused here. So for that guys, if you are getting confused, so you have to watch my previous tutorial. So first of all, in the increase and decrease method, here you can see this is the increase and decrease method. You can see this is increase quantity method name, and this is decrease quantity method, this button. Okay, so there I passed a product ID. How you can pass, just I will give you the brief idea. So here all the product I store in this cart details get cart details variable. Okay, in our ts file, here you can, if I show, so you can see this variable, and after storing local storage, in this variable I assign all the product which I store in local storage, I assign in this variable. In the previous tutorial I had shown you that, and after that I bind it using ng for of loop. So now this is bind you, and here I had taken a variable that is cart detail. So here don't be confused, here it is cart detail and it's a cart details. Okay, it's is this variable is added s, and but here only cart detail. Okay, so don't be confused here. So now I bind this way, and after when if I pass this cart detail variable here, where I have written this single delete product, here if I pass, so I will get all the product object which I store into the local storage. So that means guys, so I will open our inspect and look, I will go to local storage. So first of all I will show you that what I'm trying to explain here. So here you can see I have stored two products in our local storage, and that are displaying in our cart details page, I mean which I'm storing in local storage, that are displaying in cart details page. You can see here. So here you can see all the product have unique ID, that is product ID, that's are unique. So first product, this product ID is 1, and second product ID is 2. You can see here, and this product from local storage I'm displaying here. Okay, so here if I pass only get cart detail, and now if I copy this method name from here, and in the ts file just below of the page, and here you can see remove all functions. Below the remove all function, in the previous tutorial I had shown you the remove all product, and now here in this method just if I pass console.log, and inside this console.log just if I pass this variable name here, and if I check, so let's see what I'm getting using that. So you can see compile successfully done. And now I will go to console, and now if I click this icon, so you can see I'm getting all the object of this product id 1, image, amount, quantity 1. And if I click this one, so you can see product id 2, image, this one, and amount. Here you can see quantity, this one. So but I need only product id, so I can do this. Just I will copy this product id, property name, and just here card detail dot, if I write product id, so if I click, so I will get only the product id. So first of all I will show you that, so it will be easy to understand what I'm trying to do here. So it's compile, and now so if I click this icon only, so you can see I'm getting only product id, because here I mention not card detail. I mean, if I write here only card detail, so all the object of this product I will getting, but I don't need that. I need only product id. So here I have passed this product id, and here instead of card details, here you can pass in card details, any name or any parameter name you can pass here, but which you will pass here, that will be denotes this one. Okay, this one will be denotes if you pass anything here. So now here now here I have to do, that is first of all I have to be get which product I store into the local storage. So for that, just here I have to be write a if condition. So if local storage dot get item, and this local storage dot get item I store this local cut key. That means if user add any product in our local storage, so then I will write any condition. So for that, first of all, because if user didn't add any product in local storage, so I don't need that. So that's why I am writing this condition, if user added any product, so get item local cart, so then I will write a condition. So condition is that all the local carts product I was storing this get card details variable I told you, and here I had shown you that this get card details variable, and after that I bind it using ng for loop. You can see here. So in this variable again I will store here. So this dot get card details equals to local storage dot get item, and this get item, this local cart key. And guys, another thing I told you also, that is when I store anything in local storage, that we convert into json dot string. So again we get, so that time we need to convert it its own version. So that's why we have to parse as json dot parse, and inside this json dot parse you have to pass this value of the local storage. Sorry, just here I will pass this one. Okay, and now after doing that, just here I have to write a for loop. So for let I equals to 0, I less than this dot get card details dot length, and I plus plus. That means guys, after getting all the product which I store into the local storage, that I assign in this variable, and after that I will check the using for loop, because here you can see it's added 2 products. So for loop used to check all the products step by step, if I say simply. Okay, and if you want to get more details about for loop, so you can watch my JavaScript tutorial. There I already discussed about for loop, for each loop deeply, so you can watch this particular tutorial. So but here you can see just for loop using for checking all the products. So that means for let I equals to 0, so first of all it will be start from 0. That means here first it will start to check from first product, and after that I the get card details dot length. Get card details means this local storage item I store into the get card details variable, so that's length. Length means how many product I have stored into the local storage. So I have 2 products, so it will be checked up to this one, and I plus plus. That means it will start from here and it will be increase one by one. So first of all, this, after this it will check. So it will increase step by step, I mean one by one. So that's why I plus plus. And after that, now here I have to be do one thing, that is, after doing that, if this dot get card details I dot product id, I mean if local storage which I store into the local storage, that product id, and when I'm clicking, so in which product I'm clicking, so that's product id is similar, then I will do one thing, that is, so when I'm clicking and the local storage product id is similar, suppose guys, if I click this second product, okay, so it will be start to check from first one, so it will not match because I click this second product. When it will come this second product, so this time it will be get similar thing, like when I'm clicking, this is second product, and in the local storage it's a second product. So when the product id is similar here, so this time dot this card dot get card details, that means which I store into the local storage, that I assign in this variable. So from to when I will go to remove from local storage, so if I remove from this variable, so that will be removed from local storage. So splice I means it will be removed one by one, and just it will remove one item, so that's why one. Okay, so here I will do this thing, and now after removing that, again I will store into the local storage. So local storage dot set item, after set item, json dot parse just here json dot stringify. I told you when we store anything, that we convert into json dot stringify. So inside this, here just I will store this one. Sorry guys, here I mistake the syntax, so I will copy from here. I don't need to write because I already stored. So here I will copy from here, and just I will paste here. So if after removing, splice method used to remove any object from array. So if the product id is similar, which I will click, and the local storage which I store, that if it's matched, so then it will one item it will be removed. So that's why one. And after that, here I will store again, I mean after removing one product, which product will not remove, then again I will store it into local storage. So that's why local storage of set item, and our key is local card. You can see this is local card. So again I will store which I will not remove, so that I will store again. So that's why this one. Okay, so let see first of all. And hey, and guys, here one thing I have to be do. So here you can see the total so this function I have to be used as a callback function, because when I will store it, so I need to set the total. Okay, so that's why I have to be call this function as a callback here. So this dot this one. So save. First of all I will show you, then I will again explain it. So it's compiled successful. Just I will close this one, and if I click this, so you can see it's removed from here, and if I click, so it's removed from here. So sorry, this total sorry guys, I callback, I use callback this function, not this function. I use total this function. You can see this total calculation. So I will again add some product here. 3 product I will add, and you can see that here is the total 1800. So this total I calculate using this function. You can see here I store the total. So just here this function I have to call here, because guys, why I'm calling this function as a callback, because if I remove one product, so here now I have added 3 product, you can see. So if I remove one product, so 2 product will not remove from here. So the one product price is, you can see, 800. Quantity, if I increase quantity, so price is 600. And suppose if I remove this product, so 1600 will be minus from total. So that's why callback function, when I will remove anything, so then I have to be use callback function here, because total will be calculate again. So this function I have to be hit again. So that's why I will call this function again. So this dot and the function name. Okay, so now I will save and I will check the browser. So it's compiling. So it's compiled successfully, and now I will go to browser. So you can see 400, 600 and 1600, that is 1600. So now if I remove this product 1600, so you can see it's now 1000, because when I'm removing a product, then this total function in this method I use write the total calculation of total, or you can say any logic of total. If you hadn't watched my previous tutorial, so you have to watch my previous tutorial, then you will get that I in this method here I calculate the total. So for that, after removing any product, I'm calling this function again, so it will be calculate the total again. Otherwise, after removing any product, if I don't use this method as a callback, so I will comment it this, and then I will remove. So you can see the total will not deduct from our card details page. So you can see now the total is 1000, because 400 price and 600,000. So if I remove, so you can see product is removed, but total is not deducted, because when I'm clicking this function, so the calculation of this total in which method I have written the calculation, so that function is not calling here. So for that, just this function I have to call as a callback. So when I will remove, so the total function again it will be called, and it will be calculate the total again. So that's why when I will remove or add, so that total will be calculated. Okay, so that's why I have to use this as a callback function. So save, and now if I remove here, so you can see it's 0 now. Again I will show you that 4 product I will add. Okay, and now you can see total is 2800, and now if I increase the quantity, so you can see total is increasing, because if I increase the quantity, so price will be increased and also total will be increased. And now if I remove, so you can see total is deducting from here. So here now the cart is complete. So hope guys this Angular shopping cart video you have enjoyed, and if you want to get this type of more Angular video, JavaScript video, or any kind of technology related video, so please subscribe and press the notification bell icon to get more updates.